Good evening, friends, and we are live tonight, ready for some action. And as always, I can almost guarantee you will laugh at some point at me, not with me, but at me, and that's totally fine. But I am here this evening to share with you a buy and try class. I am Amy Rich, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am excited because this is the first buy and try class we've had in quite some time. And I don't know if we had one in April, so if we did, it was April. Otherwise, it was March before that. So craziness happening in life in general. And it's just great to be here live because I know a lot of our summer events together have been pre-recorded. So it is great to be here live. Hello, good evening, my friends, Peg and Carla. Who else is popping on? Make sure to let me know that you are here. We have had some crazy hot weather here. I don't know if you know this about Minnesota. If you don't live here and you live somewhere and thought Minnesota's always cold, I'm here to tell you it is the most disgusting place to be in the middle of summer because it feels like Florida a lot of times. Although, okay, maybe not quite as hot, but it's very swampy and muggy, we call it, humid. And it is just super uncomfortable. So the moral of this lesson tonight is that for at least 1 to 2 months out of the summer and 1 to 2 months, maybe 3 out of the winter, you don't want to do anything but stay in and stamp. So it's the perfect place to live because you get the most beautiful things. Yay, Ruth! Woohoo! You get the most beautiful things, most beautiful times of year with fall and spring, and I love it. But also we get some downtime when we have a good excuse to stay inside and create. If you are a paper crafter, you know what I mean. So we're here tonight to create 4 cards with the Jolly Holly bundle, and we're going to talk a bunch about that bundle today. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to kind of share some details about it with you. And then those taking the class, I will hopefully give you plenty of time to get each card finished as you go. Now, one thing you need to know about this class, if you are not a buy and try participant in the past, is that when you buy and try, that means you receive product with your class. And so everybody who is not on my team and signed up for this class received the Jolly Holly bundle as part of the class, as well as all of the supplies that I cut and prepared for them for the projects that we're going to make. But also, I did give them a teeny heads up early this morning. Hi, Kathy. To have some things prepared. With this bundle in particular, I just wanted to give them a little bit of a heads up on some things they could do in advance. And you will see, and actually Carla, I was going to look for that piece that I have missing. And I don't know where it is. So mine is going to be missing a piece. Excuse me. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But I gave all of the attendees a heads up to have that ready to roll. So here we go. Are you ready? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit quippy and a little bit crazy. And like I said, when I first came on, you are probably going to laugh at me at some point tonight. Not that I want you to on purpose, but it just tends to happen in the evening. So let's flip the camera and get a move on. All right, so here is that amazing bundle that I was talking about. I'm going to pull everybody up on my computer. I want to be able to see your comments in the easiest possible way. I recently got an iPad, and I'm excited to get that set up at some point. I have ordered a magnetic, well, it's a long story, but I've I've ordered a stand for it, and that will make life maybe even a little bit easier for me. We'll see. Okay, so here is the bundle, and here are the 4 cards. So this is how all of the attendees received their packets. Carla said, "Did I find my keys?" Carla, when we are done here, I will post pictures of where they were, okay? And you are going to crack up. Long story, everybody, so we won't go there right now. But this is what everybody got, so they know what order our cards are in. It also, excuse me, I have a little tickle. It also served as an easy way for me to say, for card number 1, you need XYZ. Okay, so then they were able to prepare a little bit in advance. But let's talk about the bundle first, and I will show the big die with the embossing folder between cards a little bit later. But this is a hybrid embossing folder, so it cuts and embosses at the same time, but you're going to see in project number 1, it doesn't cut all the way through. So you will see that in just a little bit. Then we've got these dies, 4 of which cut out images from the stamp set, and 1 of which cuts out the joy from the stamp set. Cuts out the joy, get it? There's no joy in the stamp set. It cuts it out. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be quite a night, my friends. Quite a night indeed. I hope you have your seatbelt on. But the thing that's really cool to me is that every single die, except for this one, I guess, every single die cuts out something from the stamp set. So you do really want the whole bundle. Indeed, you do. Oh, man, this is going to be a really good time. Really good time. Okay, card number 1. And I know the people out there who are doing the cards are like, aim, get on with it. So we will get on with it. So we've got a white card base. And here is what the die does. It cuts out slits, but it doesn't cut out the holly all the way. So it creates a really cool texture. And as we're going to see in card number 1, it's got some benefits to that. And we'll, like I said, we're gonna bring that up in just a second as we create our first card. So here is the piece Carla and I were talking about today, chatting about. That one just falls out when you do a card front size piece of cardstock. And I lost mine. So I'm going to probably have to cut myself a new one at some point, but I can complete the card without that. So we're okay, I promise. But we're going to use this to create card number 1. And the first thing we're going to do is adhere it to the front of the card. Actually, no, we're not. Let's do this first. We are going to adhere the white. Oh, that's the other thing. Shoot. There are 2 more dies. I don't know where they are. Great. Phooey. These 2 cut pieces are from dies that are in this bundle. And as you can see, they are not on my card. So they're somewhere here, which is a little bit scary. But we're just going to add those pieces right to here like this. And then we are going to find where these can get tucked. Okay. So this creates now an opportunity for us to tuck this piece in and have a really cool little conversation piece here. I am not going to do anything but the corners. You know, you could do this one as well, but I think that is too much if I remember right. So just do the corners, the 4 corners, get those tucked in there. And then you can kind of eyeball and see which direction you want this. So is it going to be like that, or is it going to be like that? You can kind of decide on your own. I think I'm going to choose this this missing piece. I'm going to choose that on the right hand side of my card. And then we're going to start adhering this together. So oh, Carla, you're so smart. She says that she was able to cut it just right so it would stay. Okay, so now you kind of know where your adhesive can go. I'm not going to worry about adhering these pieces down that could pop up because I don't care about those. I am going to put adhesive in my corners though, so that when I add this now to my card base, it will, that this piece will also stay, and it should fit right on the front of your card base. So it should fit right in here, and these corners are where I have adhesive on that shaded spruce rectangle. And then what I'm going to do is, some of you know me well, I like to curl up those edges a little bit to create a little 3D effect. So here's where I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice to have this piece back. But I don't know where it flew yesterday when I was preparing my pieces here, but it is here somewhere. So I will indeed at some point find it. So the goal tonight is to get through 4 cards with those in attendance. And I plan to give them breaks. And because we have some things done in advance, it makes it a lot easier to keep up with things. So hopefully that will do the trick. All right, the next thing we're going to do is take our joy and we're going to glue that joy down in our card. If you go to the Stampin' Up website, you can go to the online store from my website at amyrich.stampinup.net, and you can place orders there, but you can also use that as a resource. If you go there and then you type in Jolly Holly and you find this product, you're going to find a card that looks very similar to the one that we're making today. I used it as my inspiration, and I changed up the colors, and I changed up a couple of the other things so that I made it my own a little bit. So don't be afraid to use other ideas to help yourself out a little. Okay, I'm also going to mention that if there are some loose pieces here yet from the adhesive, you certainly can pull those up a little to give even more dimension. So there you go. How do you like it so far? It's pretty snazzy, huh? What I love about buy and try classes, hi Maggie, is that they create an opportunity for us to spend some extra time together. So we are going to be chatting about product here tonight. We're going to be chatting about upcoming opportunities. We've got, I don't know, some some things to talk about tomorrow. And you know, it's all good stuff. Okay, next up, I told the gals from the class that they could have 3 sets of holly leaves ready. So I stamped these in tuxedo black Memento ink, and then I watercolored them with shaded spruce and petal pink. I went, oh gosh, it was probably Pinterest to find a great color combo with soft sea foam. Don't ask me why I chose soft seafoam, but I knew in my gut that I needed to use soft seafoam on this card. I am so weird. I tell you, it's a lot. I'm a lot. But I knew in my gut that we'll talk about tomorrow too, Carla. I knew in my gut that we needed to use it. So I found this great color combo. I'm a fan of Petal Pink, and I am not saying it's a pinky pink because I know it's not. It's more of a peachy pink, but I am a big fan. So using that on here was easy as well. I told the gals if they didn't have Petal Pink at home, they could choose another soft pink for which to create these cards. So here we've got, I'm just putting a mini dimensional on the back of each of the holly leaves. And now we're just going to add these to the card, similar to what it looks like on the Stampin' Up website. So we're just layering them like this. And I think it adds a lot, doesn't it? It adds a lot of color, and I love bringing out that shaded spruce a little bit more. So the Jolly Holly bundle became available in the July online exclusives, and I do have these sheets where you can see all of the new releases from July 1st. And here you can see at the top this card that we're making in the Jolly Holly bundle right here. And you can get the embossing folder separately and not get the stamp set. But like I told you, really almost everything in the die set cuts something from the stamp set out. And then you can see the 2 rectangles there that I have somewhere buried on my desk here. Actually, here's one right here. See, it's not too far. I kind of know where things are occasionally. But now the last thing for this card, actually, I'm going to actually suggest something else. We are going to add a bow if you would like, or a knot if you're better at a knot. But I'm going to choose this amazing Petal Pink ribbon. And in the Stampin' Up website, it actually has some white twine. And I really, 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 in my heart of hearts, wanted to use this ribbon because okay, true confessions. Are we ready? I have not yet used this beautiful Petal Pink scalloped ribbon. So, yeah. I couldn't help myself. So now I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, which, by the way, I found a really cool use, storage for this ribbon, or no, not for the ribbon, for the mini glue dots. So I've got a Stampin' storage holder for my ink pads, markers, and ink refills. And the markers stick out about this far. And so now I've been hanging my mini glue dots on one of those markers because then it's right there and I don't have to go, where the heck are my glue dots? So there's if you are a crazy messy stamper like I am, there's a little tip for you. Okay. So isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. I am in love. Okay. Now the other thing that I was going to suggest, if you've got it, would be to add a little bit of Wink of Stella onto your, either your berries or your leaves or both. Because when you are live and in person with the card, then you will see some shimmer and you're gonna really like it. So that's just one little extra that I thought, I think mommy likey. So that is what we're doing to that one. All right. I see a lot of people watching out there. Let us know that you're here. And don't forget, I'm gonna fill that in. So you don't have to think, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. I will fill it in, I promise. So let us know if you're watching. Even if you're not taking the class, we want to know that you're here because we are live on Facebook for everyone. And I love that. Do you have any friends that are not on Facebook and they're like, oh, I wish I could come and watch? Guess what? They don't even have to have a Facebook account to come and watch. So you'll have to tell them. Give them the link, facebook.com//. I'm not sloshed, I promise. Facebook.com/Stampin' Nut. And we are nutty. So there is card number 1. So pretty. And Darla's here. Alexina is here. Did I say that right? Joyce Fisher is watching. Yay. Oh, I love all of my stamping friends. You make me so happy. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Kathy, I'm so glad you caught me. And Ruth, thank you. I love it too. Stampin' Up! Did a lot of the work. However, I'm a fan of my color choices. And I hope you are too. It sounds like you are. Okay, card number 2 is on its way. Let's see what we got here for this one. This one is a little bit putsy. I thought about doing it first, and then I decided against it. There are a couple of things. Those of you taking the class, watch out. You got little gems in there. Okay, just FYI, I don't want you to lose those. I'm going to use some garden green and some real red. And those are the classic Christmas colors, I would say. And hi, Sylvia. Woot, woot. Yeah, steamy Florida, I'm telling you. It is so hot down there. We were down there in May, and that was plenty hot already. I didn't really care for more hotness, but it happens, right? I wanted to stamp my sentiment first in this, and I don't know where it went. So, which is weird because I literally had it in my hand a little bit ago. So, oh well. So I'm going to grab, let's see. Let's do Merry Christmas. And even though it's kind of little, I'm going to be down with it. I think it's going to be fine. And I'm going to do both in garden green. Ladies taking the class, you put whatever on it that you want. I would suggest bright and happy Christmas wishes, but that doesn't mean you gotta. It just would fit nicely there. So I'm going to do my Christmas. I have a nice juicy garden green ink pad. And Mary. So it's kind of a phrase builder in this stamp set. I like the fact that we can create a phrase, or, you know, the Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, have a Happy Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. You know, there are all these fun options. But now I'm going to show you what we're going to do with, I'm going to put that aside actually for a minute. What we're going to do with this. We are actually going to do some watercoloring here. And I have prepared the gals taking the class to have some watercolor stuff available. I've got garden green here. You can do this one of two ways. You can squeeze the ink pad to get this little palette here for yourself, or take a clear block, stick it in there, and use it for your palette. Either way, I already had my green in there, so I am going to leave it at that. So now what we're going to do is we are going to watercolor these holly leaves. And it's okay to get them in, get some ink in the crease. And if you have enough water, your water will just take it where it wants to go. But we're just going to color these, and I know it's going to take a little time. So I'm going to talk to, in particular, the people taking the class right now. If we get to the point where you are not ready to move on because you are a slow colorer, it's okay. You can come back and watch. Also, The card is really simple. So once you get the watercoloring done, you'll go, oh, okay, now the rest is a no-brainer. It's no problem. So don't worry. This might be one that you just set aside and finish later if you are a little bit slower, because we do have 4 cards to get in an hour. We have plenty of time. We're going to do just fine. But I just wanted to make you aware that not to panic. All right, so what I love about watercoloring is that it gives that uneven look. You know, it's dark in some places, light in others, without really having to try very hard. That makes me happy. But you can see how adding that color is doing all of the work. I know it's a little putsy, but sometimes we paper crafters, or maybe I'm just speaking for myself, we like to go a little above and beyond sometimes. I think about all of the fun fold cards that I make and things like that. Some of them are really, like if you take the something out of the ordinary class that I have each month, some of those are really little bit labor intensive, but it's satisfying. I don't know, it makes me happy. So I think that's how you're going to feel when you are done with this one, and you notice that I am getting it in that seam down the middle, the vein seam down the middle. That is not what it is. It is not a seam, but this is fun. This is fun for Amy Rich right here. I love this sort of thing. All right, so I'm gonna find things to talk about as we go. One of which is tomorrow, demonstrators get to see the new September to December mini catalog. And it is one of the most exciting days for me of the year, twofold on that, because I am a huge Christmas fan. I love our Christmas products every year. I buy too much because I can't help myself. And perhaps you find yourself in the same predicament occasionally. But also the second thing, the fall products. And I have it on good authority that we have some gorgeous leaves coming up. And if you know me, you know you're going to see leaf cards coming up this fall, because I am a fanatic about fall leaves in particular. My husband doesn't know this yet, but I'm on a mission next year for our 30th wedding anniversary to get him to Maine in the fall. We'll see. Wish me luck. I, this year, sadly, will not be earning the Stampin' Up trip. I took a lot of time off with a lot of things while my dad was sick, and my business was not my priority for good reason. So I won't be earning that trip, and it's okay. But I thought this would be the perfect year to not earn it, because that'll give me an opportunity to needle my husband into a trip on our own, which I hope will be to Maine. Wish me luck. He does, like I said, he doesn't know that yet. Hi, Joan. Great to have you. Love seeing good old friends here. Joan and I have never met, by the way, but that's what Facebook Lives do. Brings us together, right? It's fun. Okay, so you can see how this is coming together. It's got that watercolor look now to it on each of the raised leaves. Now, FYI, you could also do it from the back side if you wanted to. It would be the depressed side. I always call it the depressed or the debossed side. But you could do the same type of thing, and you would have a ridge to keep you in. Hey, thanks, Kathy. Yeah. I don't know if he'll even go for it, but that's my mission for the year. Oh, golly. It would be so wonderful. And we've never, every year that we've celebrated a big anniversary, I feel like we go on a Stampin' Up trip, and I'm like, well, that's our anniversary trip. It's great. But this year now we can choose ourselves. And also the trip is to Alaska, which is awesome, but we used to live there. So it's not like we haven't seen Alaska before. It would be different parts of Alaska. But my husband was disappointed. He wanted to go fishing. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I chose family this year. All right. So we have, my leaves are finished, and Maggie says, I do too. Does that mean, you love Christmas? I can't remember what I said. So you'll have to clue me in. All right. Now I'm taking real red and just, dipping my water painter into the red ink to get those berries. I love the fact that embossing doesn't just mean embossing. You can do all kinds of fun things with your embossing folders, and this is just one. All right, so I'm almost finished. I don't know about those other people taking the class. So like I said, don't panic. I would suggest continuing to color until my card is finished, and then maybe setting it aside and moving on to the next card with me. Then at least you know you're probably going to finish that other card without a problem. Christmas and leaves, yes. Okay, Maggie and I agree. Christmas and leaves rock. So I am really looking forward to seeing that mini catalog tomorrow. If you are interested in, if you're not a demonstrator and you're interested in seeing the catalog, you could purchase the starter kit and see that as well tomorrow. Eek. You could purchase the starter kit tonight and be ready for tomorrow. Totally great way to be a part of the community of demonstrators and have those fun perks of seeing some things early. All right, so this is simple. Did I not tell you? It's a little putsy, but it's easy. It's not like we spent hours doing it. But we have simple finish to this as well. So we're going to add this to our card front, which, as you can see, is garden green. So I'm just going to add that to my, oh, good grief here. I'm trying to pull you back up so I can see your comments. Okay. So now I'm going to add this to my garden green card base. Simple card, I'm telling you. But beautiful. I love watercoloring. Okay. And then we have another white piece. That's just for the inside. Certainly decorate that if you wish with the stamps in your stamp set. I'm not going to take the time right now. And then to finish this, a couple easy steps. Number one, actually, I'm going to go this route tonight. I'm going to adhere my label. I don't want to cover up everything, I'm going to adhere this to the right side of that white cardstock. And then I'm going to pop this one up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. All right, so coming up in August, I will have another buy and try class. And as soon as I'm done with this card, I'm going to share with you the products in that class and talk about the fun we are going to have. I will be back here in about a month, so the end of August, and you're welcome to join me as part of the class, or you can just come and watch like some of you are doing tonight. Either way is fine. Once again, when you participate in a buy and try class, you'll receive all of the product listed, and you're like, well, what's the product listed? Go to amyrich.net and click buy and try classes, and you will be able to read all about them right there. So here I've got now my gems on there, and it's a quick and easy card after you're done with the coloring. If you didn't get your coloring done, just wait to stick your other pieces on there until later. But I am going to give you an opportunity to get a little bit more of that done if you're not done, because I'm going to share with you our next buy and try class, which is the Halloween Sweet Collection from the new online exclusives. And I know I have a stamp set here somewhere. Yes, indeed I do. So the stamp set and the dies are shown here. So when you sign up for the class, you will receive the Spooky Halloween bundle. You will also receive the iridescent treat bags, which are super cool, and we will use them to create a project. And then we've got some DSP. Oh, I thought I had it here, and I think I still have, oh, I have some here. I have a little bit. But you will get the DSP. I have a few sheets, or maybe just two, but I'm going to show you. So it's got 2 sheets of these die cuts. Both sheets of die cuts are the same. And then we've got, I only have 1 sheet of the paper here, but you'll receive a whole pack. So you'll get the whole thing. Let's see what else is in the Sweet Collection. I believe I've got, yes. I have the stars. I love these stars because they are foam, which means they squish in the mail, so they don't cause any issues when you're sticking those cards in the mail, which, I mean, that's a big deal, right? So with the buy and try class, you will get the entire Sweet Collection, which includes the bundle, the DSP, the stars, the treat bags, and the amazing Petunia Pop ribbon. And I don't have that here either. Rats. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. But let's take a look at the flyer so you can see all of the items that I just talked about will be with your Ruth. So do I. All of these items will be with your class. So you'll receive everything you see on this picture for the next buy and try class, which will be at the end of August. Now, let's talk about Facebook just for a second. We are here live on Facebook, and it used to be that I would just keep these videos forever for you, and you can come back and watch anytime. But now, as some of you may know, Facebook deletes live videos after 30 days. So what I will do after class tonight is I will download the video with the Holly Jolly bundle, and I will upload it to YouTube and share that so that you can watch anytime. So if you can't be here on class night, but you want to take the class and you want to get the Halloween Sweet Collection, you still can. All you have to do is go then anytime and watch the class either on YouTube or here for 30 days on Facebook. All right, so that is card number 2. So we've made some really sweet cards so far. Now let's bring in some designer series paper. Now this is not a Sweet Collection, remember. So there is no DSP with this bundle. We've only got the bundle, the hybrid embossing folder with the dies, and the Holly Jolly stamp set. But we can bring in some other DSP. This one is the Season of Green and Gold. And okay, two things about that. I love green. And this has been my all-time favorite designer series paper, like ever. And I just have a feeling that I'm going to be searching for more of it at some point, because when I cut this class, it was available, and now it is not. So sad. It was on the last chance list, but we're going to use it anyway. I love the plaid piece. The back is really pretty because it's got gold accents. I'm calling this the back this time, and we're going to use these pieces here on our card. So let me show you the pieces that we have. I have done here's this piece. Look, see? Boink. We don't need that though this time. And yeah, the DSP is amazing. I can't say it enough. So we have this old olive piece, and we are actually going to cut some of the holly out of there, and I'll show you how we're doing that. And then we also have the bells. Let me show you the bells right here. And all I did for this one was, and now I've lost I have black holes in my stamp studio where stuff gets into the abyss, let's just say. But I did Daffodil Delight on the actual bell itself, and then the little, I don't know, what do you call those circle things? Mallets or whatever the ding dong part is. I just took, actually, we don't have crushed curry Stampin' Blend, so I just took a crushed curry Stampin' Right marker and colored those in. And then the old olive bow was done with my Stampin' Blends as well. So that is that. Now we're going to add our DSP to our 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white that I have just embossed. So notice on this card, we've got two things going on here. We've got just embossing here. Look at how pretty that is, just plain embossed. And then this one where I used the die with the embossing folder to create this one. So two totally different feels, both amazing. And that's why I love hybrid embossing folders. You've got options, and they're just fun and beautiful in this case. Okay, so here I have just simply put my DSP down, and then I'm even going to add that to my card base right away. Oh no, that's this one. Drats. I was thinking it was the long lost soft sea foam until I remembered it was soft sea foam that I was looking for. But here's that piece that, unless you cut it perfectly, like Carla evidently did, it goes right in here. So crazy. All right, so now let's put this in here. Now, one thing I noticed, class attendees, I forgot to put an inside piece of white, I think, in your envelope. Unless I just forgot it in my envelope and yours had it. You can add a piece of white on the inside. So I really want to find that stamp. So I'm on a mission now to find the missing stamp. I love the bigger sentiment stamp that I have somehow managed to lose in the course of probably about 5 minutes, because I had it right before I came live. But you can decide what you want to stamp on there. I think it would fit perfectly, but I will just do the Merry Christmas again. I've got that mounted and ready to go. So in this DSP, you've got Old Olive and you've got Mossy Meadow. Okay, I'll share that in just a minute, Kathy. Okay, remind me. Kick me if you need to. But I love Old Olive and Mossy Meadow both, and I don't always think to use them together. And so I just, I'm tickled. Tickled that in this case we are, we have the right, because it's in the DSP. They're both there, and that is amazing. So here we are, my friends. We got that Merry Christmas going again, and then I have a strip of the Mossy Meadow cardstock, and so I'm just going to put adhesive on all but just this bottom edge here, and then I'm just going to layer that just like this, just to give that Mossy Meadow a chance to do its thing. And then we're going to do similar to what we did on the previous card, except on the other side. So I'm going to put it way to the left here, and you can see that white on white with the embossing in the background. This, popping it up with Stampin' Dimensionals, will make that be fabulous. It'll offset it just a little bit, enough to see that they're separate. But we're gonna do that pretty much in the middle here of the white. And then we've got the bells, so we're gonna add the bells like that. I don't think you need any dimensionals on the top of it, but you could if you wanted. So like if you had those minis, you could grab, a mini for each loop of the bow on the bell. I just love these classic images, classic Christmas images in this stamp set. I just think it is beautiful and fun to play with, all those images. And I love to color with Stampin' Blends. So post-it tape. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, you could use post-it tape. You sure could. I'll show you what I do, because I'm too lazy for that sort of stuff. But first, we need to snag a few sets of holly leaves out of here. I'm going to choose to grab the simplest ones, which would be the 2-leafers. You could choose the bigger ones if you wanted. In fact, I might, I don't know. I got to think. But all you got to do when you come in here is just snip that out. And then this one is a little bit trickier. I'm going to actually just make a couple big snips. And then I'm going to go and trim it out a little. So again, friends taking the class, these are really putsy steps. So what I might suggest is get the card done, up to this point, and do as much as you can otherwise, but don't feel like this part can't be done later. It's okay. Totally okay. And now I'm just going to stick these leaves. Oh my gosh. I can't take it. It is so much fun. And then I will do a quick demo of how I do the embossing folder with the die. And that will give attendees the opportunity to do a little catch up. But I thought it was fun to use these leaves in this way. And I'm also hiding the berries mostly. And that's because I would want the berries to be red, right? So you could do a couple different things to make them red. You could add red gems of some sort. We have the great Real Red and Pearl adhesive backed something or others, probably. I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look that up. We're actually going to use them on the next card, but you could use the red ones of those and get red berries. You could also use little puffy glue or something. You could do some glue, glitter glue or whatever. Do stuff and things. Oh, let's see. Where do I want this? Maybe right there. I don't want to hide. I don't necessarily want to hide stuff. But note how when I put my dimensionals on the back, it gave me the opportunity to tuck stuff in. So I didn't go crazy with dimensionals. I just put a few. And now I'm just going to, I think I'm going to take this trio of leaves right here. Oh, I have two more little spots to cut out. I love using things in a little unique way. And I just think this is totally fun. So, I don't know, maybe not. Or I could do this. What do you think? I don't know. I'm going to actually cut them apart. Oh, that will be better for me, I think. There we go. All right. I will, or now that I've cut that one off, maybe I want to do this. Ooh, la la. Okay. Now we're in business. So you see, my point is you can be a little bit creative with your placement of the leaves and how you're going to attach everything. But this is what I love about this card is that I got to do a little bit of coloring, and that makes me happy. And I used the embossing folder in a little bit different way. I'm going to give Kathy a very, very simple way. And it might not work for everybody, but it's again, I'm not going to call myself lazy necessarily. I think I like to get things done in a hurry, right? No time to waste, my friends. So I always have to look and see, okay, where are the trio of leaves that this goes? There. Okay. So this kind of locks into place here. And when you're going to run it through the machine, you put your paper in. And when you close it, I just squeeze. You just squeeze the whole time. I'm going to bring this in. I know I don't have paper in here, so it's not going to be totally the same. But remember, you need the, if you have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you need the gray plate, which is out of my reach. But when you put it down, you continue to just push, put the plate on top, pretend this is the gray plate, and just keep that pressure on as you push it through until it's all the way through, and then it stays in place. It's a matter of just keeping the pressure on, which is also why I rarely use sticky notes to cut these out as well. I do it the exact same way. I just apply that pressure and I put it in and keep the pressure on as I'm, cranking it through. So it's all about the pressure so that it doesn't move. I don't know. it's maybe too simple, too stupid. But it's my way. And I realize what time it is, but I need to do a little commercial. We have ourselves, a thing going on here right now. So if you go to my business page and you look at the posts I've made today, it talks about how you're choosing what I use tomorrow in during What's Up Stampers. Okay, so your first choice today, and you have to give your answer by 9 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so you have a couple hours to give your answer, but we've got either a little cheer or Shepherd's Care stamp set. Okay, and a little side note. I don't know exactly where the stamp set is like I thought I did. So if you pick that, I'll have to find it. But if you pick it and I don't find it, I'll probably use a little cheer anyway. No, I will find it. I promise. I kind of know like why it wasn't where it was, which gives me a clue where it really is. Anyway, so go vote. A little cheer is a brand new stamp set. Let's see, where? A little cheer. Oh, here. It's got it's sold in a bundle with the little punches. Hi, Jolene. So you need to choose. You need to help me choose what I use. A little cheer or Shepherd's Care. And then I've also got the paper that you're fighting over. I don't know if it's such a fight, because I think it is. Okay, where did I put that now? I think you've spoken about that, although I haven't checked for a little bit. Where did I put it? Dratzenheimer. I had. Okay, there it is. Okay. Either the ombre glimmer paper. Check it out. There are 3 different colors, so I'm going to have to be super creative with whatever stamp set you choose and this glimmer paper. Or the wood grain, or the wood, is that what it is? Wood grain. It's textured. So it's got a wood grain in it, but it's textured. So go vote which paper you would like me to feature in my card tomorrow. And thirdly, do you want me to, well, it might not be a card. Do you want me to make a card or a 3D decor item? Lots of choices for you to make by 9 p.m. If you haven't voted, go vote. Let me know what you're after for tomorrow's What's Up Stampers. Yes, you have to put up with me again tomorrow if you want to come and watch. Oh my. Okay, so here we've got 7 of the flowers, which you can see 5 of them are red and 2 of them are green. Then we've got those pearly accents that I was talking about just a little bit ago. And then we've got these pieces, which were cut with the dies from the Jolly Holly bundle. And we've got a little embossing. See, bright and happy Christmas wishes right here. The one I lost. It's here somewhere. This is proof because I did this last night. And then let's see what else. Oh, I've got these DSPs, which were actually Valentine papers. And we are creating an amazingly easy but fun card with this. And we're going to start with the DSPs. So when we layer these, we're going to offset them a little bit. So they're going to go like this and then like that. So we're having like this Christmas in July fun today. And July is almost over and it makes me very sad. You will be able to find a blog post featuring these cards. I'm just going to keep the blog post simple. I will share the cards and I will share the video for the cards so that you can watch it again. If you are watching now and want to watch again, maybe get your own bundle and create and have some fun. You're welcome to do that, of course. And I will post that tonight yet. So you'll be able to find it either on YouTube or here for 30 days on Facebook. And now I should have put the top and bottom ones on first, but I didn't learn my stinking lesson. So, okay. Now we're going to add our poinsettias. So we're going to do some layering. Now what I'm going to do before I do anything else is just kind of lay them where I'm going to want them. And I'm going to use, especially like the open space on that more plain DSP, I'm going to leave that, I'm going to fill that in a little bit with some poinsettia action. And there are 5 red ones. And then, like I said, the green ones. So, I kind of have to decide where I want them. I'm also going to not put them all flat. So I'm going to do a little popping up of things, and some things, that is. So I'm going to just add adhesive to the middle because we're going to go back in. Did you know that poinsettia leaves are actually just like the poinsettia petals, the flower petals? Except they're green. It is, I'm sure you all knew that. But so what I decided to do was we're going to take advantage of that fact. And I colored these, I don't remember which green, I think garden. And then I'm just going to cut these apart and I'm going to tuck them in to create leaves on our poinsettias. So we are 7:03, my friends, 7:03. We have time up, but we are finishing. But see how when you put your adhesive just in the center of those poinsettias, that you then leave space to add your leaves behind there. So and they don't have to look good because you're tucking them under. Where you're cutting is getting tucked under. So you can do, actually, if you want to, you could do more than 2 because we know there are a lot of green leaves. Oh yeah, Carla. Next time you're at the store at Christmas time, you will have to take a peek at those poinsettias. It's just some of the petals turn color and some stay green. Well, green is a color, I realize. But that's your fun fact for the day. Fun facts with Amy. Oh boy. All right, so then on a couple of these, I'm going to put a mini dimensional. I should have told you to have the minis handy. And then I'll be able to layer those a little bit more over the top. Fancy. So fancy. Simple card with just a little bit of extra fun today. All right, so I'm not going to continue to put perfect, Carla. I love it. She says that, and I think I've shared this before. I will be sharing more comments, knowing that people who watch later on YouTube won't see your comments. So she says, now that you mention it, I can see it in my mind. I just didn't realize it. And I think that is the case for a lot of things. You're like, oh yeah, you know, you come to the realization. So I will finish doing the leaves in a little bit. And for my little gems here, honestly, my plan was just to pick 3 of the flowers and add those in the centers. You could, if you wanted, knowing that these are the centers of poinsettias are yellow, you could, if you wanted, color them yellow with some Stampin' Blends before you add them to your card. Okay, what do you think? I think we had a lot of good fun tonight with this beautiful stamp set. And you could have stamped Joy on here too. I didn't even think about that. I'm such a nimwit sometimes. Joy would have been really good on there. Okay, so these are the 4 cards we made. And I just want to say I love being with you. Tomorrow we're going to do it all over again with different products, and you get to choose what I use. So go over to my page now, facebook.com/StampinNut with 2 N's in the middle, and you will be able to scroll and see the questions of things that I'm asking you to help me with. So go take care of that by 9 p.m. Central Time, and then catch me tomorrow either live. I'm going to flip the camera back, by the way. Catch me tomorrow either live at 1 p.m. Central, or you can watch later anytime, again, for 30 days here on Facebook. And then after that, over on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/nutsostamper, NUTSO Stamper. I have to say goodbye, and I don't know that I want to, but my husband's waiting for me to watch a movie. So I will see you again tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Don't forget to check out my classes at amyrich.stampinup.net. You can find my calendar there. I'm actually going to add one more tonight with a little bit extended deadline. So look for that, and watch for lots of opportunities to get together coming your way soon. Have a great night.